Just really think I was that down, but I've been knowing for a while now. I was just trying to tune it out.
What is going on, world? I'm mostly from A Connection TV, the network, the one channel on YouTube where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences, and I'm here to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. This episode is entitled Trouble on the Family Tree because we're dealing with Kenya and all of her family situations and issues. So, what did you think about this particular episode? Leave comments below this particular video and let's get started, shall we? Kandi and Mama Joyce. Welcome back, Mama Joyce. Hopefully we don't get any dramatics with Mama Joyce this time. Apparently, her and Todd get along. I would hope so after, Todd losing his mother, that things would at least be somewhat easier, as far as the family getting along and dealing with Mama Joyce. But so far so good. Everything is great. Everything is working. There's peace. And I am appreciative of that because I hated seeing all of that for no reason, okay? And a lot of that, I felt like it was just, to keep the story going along. But hey, who am I to judge? Who am I to guess that? I don't know these people. But that's what I felt it was like because I'm like, how could you really anyways, they get along now, which is beautiful. And Kandi's in some baby store shopping for a crib and things for the nursery and things of that sort. She wants to get a neutral gender type of, decorations or stuff for the room because that's what Todd wants. He doesn't want animals or anything kind of like that on the walls. And you know what? Shout out to Ace. Ace. Shout out to Ace, okay? Ace was born 6 pounds 7 ounces or 7 pounds 6 ounces, 6 and 7, something like that. And shout out to Kandi and Todd. Congratulations for having a healthy baby boy named Ace. Beautiful thing. I'm happy for them. And Kandi's like, well, I don't really care about the baby growing out of the crib. I'm always gonna have coins. So what I need is an over the top crib and an over the top, everything needs to be over the top because this is probably going to be her last baby. So she wants to do everything big. Makes sense to me, right? Makes perfect sense. Mama Joyce then goes to say that she wants to talk to Phaedra. And I'm like, why? Why are you getting involved with Phaedra? Why? It has nothing to do with Mama Joyce. Why is Mama Joyce trying to, like Phaedra said, stir the pot? Why? I don't understand. We don't need you to come back, Mama Joyce. We need you to be that Mama Joyce, that dependable, that nice, that nurturing, caring mama that I want you to be. That's all we want. We don't want you messing around and these grown folk affairs that has nothing to do with you. Kenya and Lori go to Detroit because she wants to see her family. She wants to have a family reunion after all this time. And I'm like, okay, great. I myself am a child of a single parent household. My mom was the person that raised me. My father left when I was 11, 10-ish, 9-ish, something like that. And our roles are reversed though. I'm the mom. I'm Kenya's mom, and my father is Kenya. And my father wants to be involved in my life, but see, here's the thing. I'm not responding back to him or not picking up a phone or, I'm not ignoring him. I'm not locking the door if he comes to the door. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. It's not that extreme, but at this point in my life, I just don't see a point. And so for me, it's like, I get why Kenya wants to be involved with her mom and in her mom's life. But because I've been on the receiving end of not getting that love as a child, I can easily say it's not worth it. For me, I feel like my father had 20 some odd years, 15. How old am I? Had over 10 years, okay, to get involved in my life, and he opted not to. And so for me, it's like, why should I even concern myself with caring about him being involved in mine? I don't see it. I get where she's coming from, but I just don't care. I just don't care. And I think she's like in her early 40s, and her mother is like 50 something or 60s, in her 60s. And so, first of all, I don't even understand the concept of she had the child when she was 15, 16. So the father not wanting the child, I get all of that. But when you become an adult, I mean, I don't know. I just don't understand why her mom did that. I just don't get that. I really don't. But Kenya, like everyone says, needs to let it go. It would only make her heart feel better if she finally does that. Because at the end of the day, if this person does not want you in their life, regardless of what tie society has placed them between you, there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it at all. So just save yourself the heartache and stop trying. I mean, I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. Noelle is helping Cynthia pick out clothes because Peter is, inviting her somewhere. He just said, get on a plane, pack, I want you to come and bring a lot of sexy stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, Porsha and DP, her fine ass sexy personal trainer, they're in Atlanta. And the personal trainers in Atlanta are fine. Yes, they are. And I'm just really appreciating the eye candy that these ladies are giving us. I just try to figure out, why can't their men look this good? I'm just saying. Obviously, they're flirting. Kenya and Porsha are both flirting with their personal trainers. Why can't they bring a boyfriend like that onto the screen? I'm just saying. But Porsha and Lauren, I think we're missing something. I think we're missing a lot, actually. I think this was bad editing, or they just have not been allowing us to see everything that is going on between these two girls, because I don't understand why Porsha is so insensitive, and I don't understand why Lauren doesn't grasp the importance of an assistant. So maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just lost in translation, but I don't get it. And I was annoyed watching the both of them argue, because it really came across as like Porsha is self-centered. She only thinks about herself, and she doesn't give a fuck about the life that's growing in her sister's stomach. Okay? And for me, it's just like Lauren, she's like tired of living in Porsha's shadow, and she doesn't want to do it anymore, and she's making up her own demands because now she has to worry about someone other than Porsha. Either way, I don't know how y'all are looking at it, but that's how I was looking at this whole scene, this whole turn of events. And I didn't care for neither one of them, because I thought both of them should have been able to acknowledge and realize the importance that one has over the other. It's not all about you, Lauren, and it's not all about you, Porsha. Maybe I missed the mark, but that's all I got from this scene. It was bad editing on from what I feel, and I should have been privy to more shit that was going on in their life. So we're going to get past that, because at the end of the day, I really couldn't understand why the fuck they were arguing. Joyce wants to visit Phaedra, so she does that. No one's going to tell Miss Joyce what she can and cannot do. So she goes to visit Phaedra. And this was a very interesting and weird conversation at the same time, okay? Because, she's like, I want to know what's going on with you and Kandi. And, Phaedra proceeds to talk a little bit about it. And she's like, well, yeah, this is what we're going through, blah, blah, blah. And then, Mama Joyce is like, well, yeah, I heard you and Porsha were outside talking about Todd and the situation. And Phaedra is looking perplexed, like, what? First of all, why are you even coming to me about this? But she was like, yeah, Don Juan was took everything out of proportion and blah 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 and this and that and the third. And Mama Joyce is like, well, Kandi's having a high risk pregnancy, and Kandi has been there for you all the time. And Phaedra corrected her and was like, yeah, she's definitely been there for me for the births of my 2 kids. She's definitely been there. I was like, Phaedra, cut that out, Phaedra, cut that out. And Mama Joyce is like, I would hate to have, something happen to the baby because she's higher risk, and then I would have to get involved with the person that caused that. I'm like, girl, are you threatening me? Is your old behind threatening me? That's what I'm thinking, like. But we get through this weird ass, unnerving conversation, awkward kind of conversation, to lead Mama Joyce into having Phaedra plan a baby shower. When, why, and what? How is this coming about? We move past that, and then we get to, Phaedra visiting Todd so that she can watch the video and see how the finalization is of the video. She watches the video, and I'm just like, I really did not remember her doing this whole video pregnant. Why would I want to see a pregnant female working out? Like, in my mind, like, how is that visually inspiring for me? I couldn't see that. Maybe because she's pregnant and maybe she's, she's still working out. So even if you're not pregnant, you can get your ass up and do it. Whatever. I wasn't here for it. I wasn't feeling it. So I was just like, okay, I'm lost. But then we get past that. And, Todd states the price that's due, $8.25 or $8.45 thousand, whatever. And Phaedra's like, okay, I'm going to cut the check. But in our post-confessional, she's like, well, I'm not even going to use the video because I don't really want to use the video. But I'm going to cut him this check because X, Y, Z, and elemental P. I'm like, no, you're going to cut him that check because he produced the video that you wanted. Now, if you don't want to use the video, then that's your prerogative. But pay him what you owe him. Whatever that may be. You know what I'm saying? And then they square it off, and, they start talking about the C-section, and Todd's like, well, I don't know if I want to be there to watch it. And, they start having a cordial, calm conversation. And I'm like, okay, I'm glad that they're getting along. We get past that, and Kenya has her family reunion. And for me, this is like really, really awkward to watch. Kenya's always been crying on every post-confessional about her family and the fact that she wants her family in her life and so forth and so on. And I'm like, great, I get it. Kumbaya, my lord. But it was so awkward to me because it's like every human being on the face of this earth is deserving of a loving, happy family. And when someone tries to create that or recreate that and it just doesn't work out, my heart goes out to her or them. So my heart went out to Kenya. She's like, where's Lori? Lori's not there. She's trying to make things great with her family and everything. And the aunt that's been on every episode, coaching her all the way, is not even there, which was kind of dumb for me. But I'm like, I just wish in certain situations like this, we could know why things are happening the way that they're happening. Because I wanted Kenya to be happy, and I wanted everything to work out right. But of course it didn't. It was fucked up that the mother locked the door. But it's like, your mother is not, if your mother was never in your life, she's back in the day, she's never going to be in your life now, because she does not want her face to be shown on TV as the mother that disowned her child. Who would want that? Who would want that? And then you're going to come to try to put her on a family reunion and exploit her on that. No one would want that, regardless of whether it's for you or not. No one. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that at all. So I get where the mother is coming from, although she's never changed. This has been her MO. And I understand where Kenya is coming from and wanting the family to get together, but it sucked that Lori, the one that's been on every episode coaching her, giving her advice, and the one that traveled up to Detroit, bounces on the family reunion. It was crazy. What do you guys think of this episode? Let me know what you thought. Leave your comments below the video. Thank you so much for watching. Deuces.
Before we started, just introducing extra things.
Okay. So this is completely like your site. Like it's not ran through a third party.
No.
This is your site, launched by you.
It's launched by me, created by me.
And you have actual
Atomic beats.
Break.